Show you guys what the shifted stuffs are going to look like. I want you to have all the formulas in one spot, so that way you have them all.
So you want to start?
Deal. I don't know. Let me see.
What should I name this formula?
Sure. Formulas for shifted stuff. 10.10. There's page. So we'll call this 10.10 formulas for shifty stuff. Be careful that you don't forget to put the F in shifty. I'm an idiot today. That's great. That game got over like 11:30. Anyway, so what happens when we shift things are our centers become H and K. So for every single formula that we have, we've been working with these in terms of H's and K's, but we've had H and K's at 0, 0. So what we have to be able to do is just add quantities to it. So parabolas. X squared parabola now becomes the quantity x minus h squared equals 4p y minus k. Obviously, h's are horizontal, so they go left and right, like x's, and k's are vertical, so they go up and down. Why are you shaking your head at me?
Don't care.
I don't care. It makes the sound. So? But you're never going to forget it. Y minus k quantity squared is 4p y or x minus h. What do you think the p-value still stands for? The p-value is still the distance from your center to your focus. The p-value, the opposite of p, is still your distance to your directrix. What's going to happen is if you no longer are centered at the origin, you're going to be in space. You're on the final frontier. You all right, Beatmar?
Yeah.
You look very tired.
I'm tired.
Get more sleep, man.
Okay.
Conversation. Keep it real, man. What do you think the ellipse ones are going to look like?
It's okay.
I won't talk. Should I make it up?
Is there 2 L's on ellipse?
I'll try to
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's
thought
not
it-
you said it as well. Something that she hates me now. You guys are fighting. No, crazy. I'm not
If the a squared is underneath the x squared, which direction is this being stretched? It's ellipse, because it's plus.
Oh, right.
So it'll be left and right because it's next to it's underneath the x. And if it's underneath the y, it would be
Wait, this is just how to find the point, the slope.
nope.
Oh.
This is all I'm doing today right now is showing you guys what
Showing
do the
us if it
what are the formulas going to be. That way you have them all in one spot, one piece of paper. Remember, you guys can always reference these. It's in your apps button. All these are going to be on your apps button anyway, so it's just a matter of either referencing them on a sheet of paper or going back and forth with the calculator. Okay. I think all of you guys had the app button for conics, right? There was nobody in here that didn't have that? I think it's just Connor's the only one that doesn't have it. I don't think I'm gonna go out and have it. I'm just gonna make it memorize everything. That was a joke. I'm not zoning out right now, so it's okay. You know, I felt really bad. I'm totally tuned out to like when they were talking for a minute, and I think that was the new superintendent that was standing next to me. I think it was. I thought I saw his picture before. He didn't introduce himself. It's kind of weird. I think you would do that when you're new.
Wait, we're never getting our old superintendent?
I don't know.
No, he's about to be in jail.
He's not.
He didn't do anything wrong.
He didn't go to court.
Why is Dr. Miller in jail?
And
He's not
the
arrested.
show up, so he got like everything.
X squared is up and down, is up or down. Y squared is left or right. Just if you think back, thank you guys. I think I didn't say that. Remember, what I want you guys to remember when you're dealing with the parabolas is that think of a parabola just as a regular, guys, as a regular quadratic. When we did quadratics, we were all at ax squared, bx, and c. Those were all up or down. Same thing goes for these with the 4p stuff. It's still going to be either up or down for x squareds. Y squareds are the ones that are weird. Okay. Hyperbola. That's a bola that has had too much sugar.
Just like
Same thing you're doing.
because mine is just I had some London. They would tell my stuff a London Hershey bar on his tooth.
Hey, but here's the deal. These are all on your calculator. I'm not taking it away from you.
It's true.
It's an app.
Yeah.
Wait, but the.
And if I don't let you use your calculator, I'll give you these formulas. I will never make you memorize these. No.
But the like x squared equals 4py isn't it?
It is. It's an ellipse.
No, that's a graph. X squared equals 4py.
Oh, sorry, parabola. Yeah, that's in there.
It looks different.
It's there. Oh, because it has the h's.
Yeah.
And all of the formulas that are in your calculator deals with h's and k's. We've just been working with them at 0, 0. That's all. So h and k for these are just 0. That's it.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm missing one, aren't I? Circle gets the square. You've never seen tic-tac-toe?
Tic-tac what?
No.
Dough?
Yeah.
Do you play with like cookie dough and then when you win you get to eat all the
No, it was a game show. It was a game show where you'd have celebrities, like C-list, D-list celebrities, in a tic-tac-toe board,
Oh, yeah.
and they would ask trivia questions, and then like they would say silly things, and circle gets the square.
I like mine better.
Go for some cookie. I haven't had cookie dough in a long
I
time.
played them.
It's not really edible. I mean, it is, but it's not like delicious.
It's salty. Yeah, it tastes kind of good. It's salty.
So you were that kid.
Yeah.
It really explains a lot.
Ow, every time.
Circles are the only one that equal something besides 1. The reason that circles equal r squared is because if you divide that out, you're going to get a and b values that are identical. That's how you'll be able to tell something that is a circle versus an ellipse. Ellipses will have 2 different values for a and b, for a squared, b squared. Circles will be the same. Yes, ma'am?
There was a problem with the
I think so, yeah. I hope you figured it out. in a roundabout way.
Because it was an ellipse.
Aren't all circles, they don't have a focus.
It was the 30, it was
You
around
gotta
like
think
30.
Right. Because the focus, because if you take a squared minus b squared, it becomes 0, so there is no focus. But aren't all ellipses, but all ellipses aren't circles. Yeah, you can write it, but it's not so much that, because it's more of a specific thing. Because you can't say it's an ellipse because they would have a focus. The circle doesn't have focus. The value of c is
My mom,
0.
like halfway through the assembly, and I texted her. I was like, "Get me." She was like, "Whatever." I was like, "You can't. It's okay."
Did you just say the shift is about to get real? What? Oh.
I needed a regular day. I needed flex. Because I needed and then I forgot it.
Let's do 1, and then we'll call it quits. You're like, "Good." Let's do 1.
One? Just one.
This is the hyperbole.
Why is it a hyperbola?
Because there's a subtraction.
Because there's a subtraction. Hyperbolas are the only ones that have subtraction.
And it opens up and down.
The one thing that I will tell you, I have been known to mess with signs.
Oh my.
I might sometimes write it where you have to rearrange it. I might say negative quantity x squared plus 3 over 4 plus y minus 8 points for 16. We have to rearrange it, things like that. It becomes more prevalent. Yeah.
Wait, how are we
It
supposed
becomes a lot more prevalent when we start doing this off. We have to do a lot of completing the square, and we'll do that next week. 'Cause it can get, I can make these pretty gnarly really fast. It's fun. I just said tubular and gnarly. Yes, ma'am.
How are we supposed to change the plus 30? Like, how are we supposed to change the plus 30? Because you said you can change it back.
I'm talking about something different. So, when you have a conic that's been shifted, the very first thing you want to try and do is figure out what it is. We figured out it has to be a hyperbola because it has subtraction between two. We know it's a hyperbola because of that, and then we sit there and say, oh, if it's a hyperbola, hyperbolas are, it's either the x squared came first or the y squared came first. Which came first? Y squared. So which direction is this going? Up, down. So I'm still going to do kind of the same thing like I did before. Identify where that goes, and now I have to figure out my center. My center is going to be at HK. I guarantee this is where you guys are going to screw up. Y squared came first. You're going to automatically think that 2 is H. Did you? I meant 8. I know I said 2 because I looked at that. So our H here is negative 3, K is 8. Okay. And this is that spot there when y squareds come first. You guys will a lot of times accidentally flip-flop the H and K's. Be very cautious of that. Be very cautious. That is the biggest mistake people make on these things. And then everything else after that. I mean, it's if you screw that part up, you're kind of screwed. But because your shift is no longer shifty correct, it's shifty bad. It's shifty shift. It's shifty shifty. Yes. So we start this. Again, no graph paper. Graph paper is the devil.
Okay, Miss Faber.
What?
He said, okay, Miss Faber.
Why did she say that?
No,
Because no one likes Miss Faber.
No, it's because you're learning about the devil.
I hate to see what you guys say about me behind my back.
Spaces out. A certain
There's my center. So now I start with that, and then I go through the process of figuring out a squared, b squared, c squared. Okay. I know that a squared is 16, b squared is 4, c squared then is yeah. C squared for hyperbolas you add, c squared for ellipse you subtract. Opposite of whatever that is. Okay. It can't be, because when you think about when you have a hyperbola, remember your vertex always looks at a focus. So the that has to be further out. It's the Swedish chef. Come on.
No one knows me.
I know.
What?
Yeah.
We will, but this is a more pressing issue. This is well, I didn't record the last bit, but after we got off on the tangent of how to deal with the Swedish chef, so I should probably go back to this so people can see it, in case they need to know. Blah blah blah. There's your answer. Have fun. Blah blah blah.